Ow! Ow. I'm okay. I think I'm okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Phil the Conquistadork. This is Empire of the Gods. This is kind of a card game. A vaguely, sorry from the beginning, Egyptian card game. Here's our face. I like this guy, because you can't tell if his headpiece is hair, or it is growing out of his head, or if it's something he just placed upon himself. I like this guy. He's got mystery. That kind of shit is important. We're going to choose our name. Let's go with Anubis, God of the Dead. Jackal-headed god. Why not? Why not, people? Okay. Your way begins by leading a small group of settlers in an attempt to discover the master of your civilization. Your wise lead will help these people form the largest nation under the sun in this dry, arid land. This goal is yet far away. You must help this fledgling civilization take its first steps on a long and difficult road. First, you must convince the gods that you are worthy of this land. Of course, all of this is on the Nile, so it's not that arid of land at all. If it's on the Nile, it's not going to be arid. That's kind of the whole point. Alright, level 1, stage 1, Great Obelisk. We're building the first Great Obelisk, part 1. Your goal is to use the Master card, which completes the stage. However, this card requires a large amount of resources in order to be used. So first, you need to gather enough resources. Okay. Alright, so yeah, there are the 4 different types here: power, wealth, faith, and life. And as you can see on the sides here, you've got a different amount of cards that you can spend. Basically, it's kind of a, it's like a, management game. That's what it is. It's a management game. So I go from life to faith a little bit. We can send some faith to life. Let's see. Life to power. So basically, it's a matter of balancing these. You've got to put it all towards the right thing here in the middle. So I need to have 15 faith that I can use to make this part of the obelisk. Alright, so basically, Apothecary needs 1 power, gives 2 faith. So do that. At the same time, we need to balance it out a little bit. So wealth. I'm not going to act like I have some grand scheme for this. I have played this game enough that I've gotten pretty far past this. None of it, I'm sorry, but none of it is any sort of great intellectual journey. It's just going, okay, it's how do we balance this? Which is how it is with a lot of games, let's be honest, but at the same time, so let's aim for faith here. We got the 15 faith. So we built the obelisk. So that's level 1. We built the first half of the obelisk here. Level 1, stage 1. Stage complete. Gain 3 fame, total fame. 3. Now, those fame cards, we will be able to use those for more long-standing abilities and that kind of thing. Let's see, and we can use, we've improved our character here. A little more power. Some more base cards. Because those will come in handy later. Alright, still working on the Great Obelisk, the second part of it. So now we need 25 wealth. So wealth is the idea behind this one. Power goes into wealth. So we're using these different cards. You're splitting up the different powers. You know, one piece of faith can turn into 2 pieces of power. One piece of power can turn into 2 pieces of wealth. And it's a matter of managing those out. And it's not a terrible idea for a game at all. It's just that it doesn't give much beyond the basics. And that can be very, very boring. If you're really into Egyptology and that kind of thing, then goddamn, you'll probably have a blast. Just in the sense of trying to open all of this up. I could hardly blame you for that. But from a gaming point of view, it misses a lot of marks. It's just kind of passing the numbers back and forth. Now, in later stages, that gets a lot more complicated. In these early stages, it just isn't. It's very straightforward. And in later stages, yeah, that gets a lot more complicated. But at the same time, it's not a very complex game. She'll just go through the motions here. Him, because he still has some gold left. Alright, so we gotta get back to... Alright, who has some gold left? Okay, so we'll play that. One of each base card. Yeah. Fucked up. Yeah. I got overconfident on that one. I was busy sitting here telling you how easy it was, and I got overconfident. Alright. Let's try it one more time. It's a matter of making sure that you are giving the proper amount of points to the resource that you needed in the most, while also not draining the other ones. Your 1 point of faith, for example, will always be worth 2 of life. So if you bounce it back and forth often enough, you'll be fine. So So then we buy the second half of the obelisk. And Egypt is saved once again. So, level 1, stage 2. Stage complete. By discovering of a new territory, that does make sense, and establishing a collection of villages, your power in this land spreads. You have filled your people with nutritious food and given them each a roof over their heads, but your power remains scattered, and you need to unite these settlements into a newborn empire. The gods favor you and will help you to establish the law. Your task is to founder, you heard it first, your task is to founder a capital city and build the first monumental tomb. Alright, so basically, it's this kind of game. It's a card game. You bounce back and forth with these cities. It gets harder and harder as you go. Eventually building the pyramids. If you like the Egyptian aspect of it, you're gonna have a blast in that sense. You're gonna fight through it just for that. Otherwise, it's just kind of a simple card game. It's not awful, but I don't want to keep playing it. I'm not going to keep playing it. So this is Empire of the Gods. Take a look at it. It's on Steam. If it interests you, if you like the Egyptian stuff, if you like the card-based building game style, oh, you're gonna have a fucking blast. That's exactly what this is all about. For me, though, it's just kind of ho-hum. In the meantime, in between time, my name is Phil the Conquistadork. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you've enjoyed my videos thus far. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow. This has been Empire of the Gods. Bye-bye!